Hey guys, welcome back, and hello if you're new, welcome to my channel. If you're new, definitely hit that subscribe button and click the little bell if you want to get notified every time I upload a new video, which is weekly, so I'd love to have you stick around. Today we're going to be reviewing and testing out a brand new product. This is a brand new foundation, which I love foundation reviews and first impressions. I love testing out new ones. So today we're going to be trying out the new ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. This is their hydrating foundation. I absolutely love ColourPop. I think they're so affordable and their products are really, really nice. So I'm really excited to try this out. I did pick mine up on Ulta's website and I believe it's on there a little bit earlier because this is going to launch on the 9th of July, I believe, on their website and then like in store and stuff. So I'm gonna have all the claims and all of that good stuff pulled up on my phone and we're gonna kind of go through all of that before I actually test it out. So this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation and it is going to retail for $16. It is a hydrating foundation that is so up my alley. I love when it's more of like a natural to full coverage, but also having that hydrating factor is like a big selling point for me. So that's really exciting. I'm gonna read what the claims are on the back. It says it is a hydrating foundation with skin perfecting, medium buildable coverage for natural, healthy looking skin. It says prep your skin with the Pretty Fresh primer. Use the Pretty Fresh blending sponge or brush to apply and blend into the skin. Now I don't have either of those, so we're just gonna use my normal blending sponge and I will just go ahead and prime off camera and do the rest of my makeup off camera and then come back to share with you guys the rest of the info on the foundation and how I like it and do a little bit of a wear test like always. So we're gonna jump right into this. I did pick mine up in the shade medium 80W. Now the shade range online to me was a little bit confusing, but I feel like it's like that for any foundation I pick up online just because I can't touch it, swatch it, and all of that. So I did kind of go with what I thought I would be. I feel like this may be perfect for me. I'm hoping. If not, we will make it work with concealer and all of that and bronzer. This is also oil-free, vegan, and dermatologist tested, which awesome in my eyes. And this does have hyaluronic acid in it as well, which I'm a major fan of. It plumps the skin, it gives a really nice hydration, and what more could you want in a foundation, at least for myself. This also has coconut water in here, which is going to help with the hydration of the skin as well and keep the skin very soft. I also believe the shade range is pretty good. I think they have a lot of shades to choose from. Pretty inclusive. It is a flexible formula, provides undetectable, medium to full coverage, and lasts all day. So that claim right there, all day, I'm hoping that it does. Here's the actual packaging on the foundation. Love it. It's like that plastic bottle-like, has a pump. To me, I think it looks really sleek and cute. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly prime up my skin really fast, just with the primer that I know works for me. And we are going to be using a beauty sponge today. Now, sometimes I like to go in with a brush on one side and a sponge on another. But to me personally, when it comes to hydrating foundations, I like to just use a sponge. I feel like I like that more effortless skin-like look, but you can of course use a brush. But today I'm just going to be using the sponge as it's recommended for this foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and shake it up just a little bit and pump a little on my hand. Okay, right off the bat, it is a little bit liquidy-like. It's kind of running down my hand. Not a bad thing, but just letting you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and start dotting it on my skin. And to me, it kind of looks a little light. And it kind of, let's see, is it oxidizing? I wouldn't say it's like oxidizing a lot, but it's definitely changing a tiny, tiny bit. So I'm gonna start blending as I go. And it does look a little bit light. This is more on the yellow tone. I tried sticking with more of like an olivey yellow kind of tone, but also keeping it a little bit warm. But like I said, it was really hard to choose on the site, and I think that this is too light for me. I'm gonna keep on blending it. Like I should have picked like 100W or something like that. I should have amped it up 1. That's just shade that could be fixed with either concealer, bronzer, or picking up another shade. What I'm really focusing on is the coverage, the way it feels. So right off the bat, as I'm applying, it does feel really soft and smooth, has that luminous finish, and actually covered like a lot for it being a luminous natural kind of foundation. So that's really nice. I don't know if it's just because I'm wearing like a green shirt, but it's giving a little bit of like a green tinge vibe. I don't know why. I'm not sure if that's gonna pull up on camera or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep on applying this with the sponge. I honestly didn't add that much and it is covering this whole section of my face. So that's pretty good that you don't need a lot of foundation to do so. It does feel very lightweight and is covering a decent amount while still looking natural and not like cakey-like. it is applying so nice and like smooth to the point where it looks like it could be a foundation passing over $16, you know? I definitely wouldn't say that this foundation is bad by any means. I don't see anything negative happening to my skin, which is awesome. Like, I totally feel like it looks super smooth. Definitely looks luminous to me, and I didn't even add a lot. Like, I only pumped 2 pumps of this onto my hand. I feel like it got a little bit darker now that it's sitting on my skin, so I would say that it maybe oxidizes just a little bit within the first few minutes of applying. Sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad, but this is what it looks like again when I'm applying a little bit of a second layer. And again, like, does look light when you initially put it on. Skin does look pretty flawless-ish, and I don't love saying that phrase. I don't love saying it looks flawless, but it does look pretty like filtered-like. Not mad at it. So we're gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. I'll be back in just a sec. All right guys, I'm back now with the full face and all the products that I'm used to using on the everyday. I wanted to see if they would work nicely with this foundation. And I have to say, after leaving it on for a little bit, I honestly love the way that this looks. Now, shade for me could have gone up 1, or I could have mixed another one with this. That is typically what I like to do. I very rarely find a foundation where I can use one and get away with that color. I'm always mixing foundations, whether that be the same one in a different shade or 2 different foundations to get my own like little combinations. So for me personally, the shade that I picked up is not going to be a deal breaker for this foundation. Honestly, really, really love it. I'm looking at it right now and like I'm obsessed with the way it actually looks on my skin. Like, I think it looks really flawless. Yes, I have the rest of my makeup on, and yes, I have highlighter on, but to me, it does have that luminous finish to it, but still looking natural. It's not like in your face, boom, glowy, but it's definitely like a nice amount of coverage and having that skin-like finish and looking really healthy, which is totally what I go for. So if you're anything like me and love that kind of look, then you're gonna love this foundation. To me right now, it feels like I'm wearing absolutely nothing. Like, it doesn't even feel heavy, nothing. It's very lightweight and feels awesome on my skin. So currently this is what it's looking like right now, and I'm gonna come back in a little bit to share with you guys everything else, but this is what we're looking like. Like, no patchiness, no creasing, like, it looks really good. I obviously had high hopes for this and I want to love it. So when I initially saw the shade, I'm like, oh no, I want to love this foundation so bad. And now after having it on, like, I'm really liking it. And I'm really happy that it's like kind of going along with my skin tone. Like I said, I'll be back in just a little bit to share with you guys how it wore throughout the day. Well, let me first start off by saying I absolutely love it. Is it worth your $16? And would I recommend it? Yes, I would say go try it out. I would definitely try it out if you love foundations like myself that has this type of finish. It is that natural finish, has a lot of coverage, and it is buildable, but it's not that cakey look. So you're getting that skin-like finish, but having a nice amount of coverage while not using a ton of product. So that is awesome. I'm obsessed with it right now. I love the way it feels and the way it looks on my skin, and also like an airbrushed filter kind of vibe. I'm just so about it right now. The other products that I applied on top of it went on like butter. Like, it was so smooth and so awesome. And like I said, the only thing negative that I'm gonna say is the shade for myself, but they also offer so many shades in this range that I can easily go get another one and mix it together, and I know that I'm gonna love it. The main concerns for this foundation was how it wore and if it was buildable and how it looks on the skin. But yeah, like, I think my skin looks great. Like, I think it looks awesome. It feels good. The only thing I'm gonna say is it did wear away a little bit by my mouth and a little bit by like my nose, but that's it. Like, everything else looks so good in my opinion. I really like it. I don't have any oil coming through and my pores look so good. Like, my skin just looks good. So that's all I really can say on it. I feel like you get a pretty standard amount of foundation in here as well. So I feel like the price point is a little bit up in price, but it definitely would be worth it, especially because you don't need a lot. Like, I only used 2 pumps and I was good for the full face. And of course it is buildable, so that is amazing. It doesn't feel weird or anything, and my skin just looks really good. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video and we found it a little helpful. I'll have everything listed below like always, and I believe that is it. I will see you guys in my next one.